Que hola city. Welcome to Southern Life. On today's video, we're going to be going through a predominantly Hispanic part of North Carolina. If you look at a race map, you'll see that there's a large chunk of Hispanic population in North Carolina, kind of north of Wilmington and east of Fayetteville. It's a very poor area. It's not a great to do area. It's kind of poor and rural and all that. But nonetheless, there's a large Hispanic population, and we're going to drive to the town of Garland, which is 30% Hispanic, and other rural areas that are predominantly large chunks of Hispanic population. Now, I suspect that the jobs they're working are not the best, and the area is pretty poor in general. There's a lot of Hispanic people that are looking for affordable areas. There's chicken plants, so that's definitely not the type of employment I'm looking for anytime soon. This is north of White Lake. There's La Tienda Doña Mari, for example. It's just a rural Hispanic area. And there really aren't too many rural Hispanic areas in the United States, so I'm really excited to be out here. It looks like farming is definitely the main source of income out here. The food at this Tienda Doña Mari looks absolutely amazing. And I have a feeling that we may come back here and spend some more time in this area after Wilmington.
We'll see.
Maybe tomorrow we can drive back through this area again, because it looks like a nice rural area. The food at this place looks absolutely amazing. But it's only 2 o'clock. We're not ready for dinner, but the Mexican food out here looks absolutely incredible. There's also a Greek grocery, and there's another area of North Carolina that's Latino, a little bit north of here. So it's a huge chunk of his. It's near Clinton, which is considered the worst town in the entire state of North Carolina. It's not a surprise, but nonetheless, I want to explore this area and see what it's about. Since I like rural areas in the South, and when I moved to Alabama, we had a hard time being Latino. Hard, if not impossible, really. It wasn't hard; it was impossible. So maybe we can find another region of the country where there's a Hispanic population that's living in a rural area. I know a place in South Georgia that's kind of like that, around Moultrie. There's a large Hispanic rural population, but I'm not a fan of that area, really. This looks really nice. This doesn't look bad at all. And it's not so much that it's Hispanic, but also are they accepting to Hispanic? Is it normal to be Hispanic here? Or is it like, just because there's a bunch of Hispanic people here, the locals still have a sentiment about it? So we'd have to spend some time here and see and scope it out. But at least today you guys will get a drive-through. It looks like a beautiful rural area.
Don't they have panthers up here too?
I don't think so.
I think so.
Pumas and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all over the country, but they're really rare. They're more common like out west.
No, I saw a movie once where it was like out in Carolinas, and then there was a panther.
So what I'm going to be looking out for in this town, driving through it, is if there's a lot of litter, it would be a very bad sign. It's kind of like the people that drive through this area litter on purpose as a disrespect to the locals. So if we drive through this area and it looks like there's no pride of ownership, and there's a lot of litter and stuff like that, those are pretty bad signs. And we're going to drop down to Wilmington, so we might have to come back on the way back up and spend more time here and see what we think. But at least for now, we can kind of get a general idea of what it's like out here.
Yeah, because our dream is to live in a rural area.
I like rural areas. And Alabama was a beautiful rural area.
It was great.
But it was a thing of the people there, they don't like outsiders, and they make your life difficult at first and eventually impossible until you leave. So it's not that. So if there's any local people that live out here, I'd love to hear your input on what it's like to be Hispanic in rural North Carolina. It sure as crap wasn't easy to be Hispanic in rural Alabama, basically. But there you can see the water tank up ahead, the town of Garland, which has very, very bad stats for income. It's 35 miles per hour up ahead. I would love to hear the input of the locals here in this area and what they think about, what types of things the local community here faces. I mean, the town, just some mobile homes, typical. It's 35, not 25.
I'm aware.
I am aware.
Yeah, I do like orcas. If I could be any animal, I would be an orca.
You're trying with that dang melon on there. I tell you what. They're putting a new roof on the house. See, that's cool. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Putting a new roof on the house. It looks like the one we had in Alabama.
You use a gravestone for your entrance of the town?
Hey, whatever it takes, man.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what they could find.
Yeah.
A triangle-shaped... Is that a house or a church? I hope it's not a house. Looks like a church. I think it's hideous. I bet they spent $50,000 on shingles. But we're going to need 8,000 pounds of shingles.
Mm-hmm.
On each side of one of these things.
I do not want to have a shingle at all. I don't like shingles on my own house.
Why are you going 10 miles an hour?
Because look at the speed limit.
It's 25 miles an hour.
This is a little town. Gonzales Tires. You can see it.
Gonzales Tires. There's businesses. I'll straight up ask some Spanish people, ¿Qué vuelta city? So there it is. Garland, North Carolina. A very rural, small Hispanic town. It's only 30% here, but the surrounding rural area is higher. Some places are as much as 60% Hispanic out here. We'll see what it looks and feels like. She turned across the road. Should have let her pass. Any kid. Piggly wiggly wiggly wiggly.
Oh, they got a piggly wiggly.
Pig, oh, you could take it right. Take it right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Take it right. Oh, I love it. So, like, look, this really feels country out here. Love it. This is like...
They got a market. You want to get a little snack?
No, we're good. We got to get going. La Norteña Market. Look at the cars. You can tell there's poverty out here. Eastern Chinese restaurant. Look at the Chinese
you
restaurant.
Say it like it's a good thing.
The what?
You can.
Left.
Yeah. You said it like you're excited about it. I'm
Well,
like,
what, the poverty?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's poor.
Like,
I could live here and be better than all these people. Yeah, I could live here and be better than all these people.
oh look, house. Nice houses. There are some nice.
They left back in the town.
I am curious about this town. I will say that.
But you didn't want to come here. She threw her foot about coming here.
I didn't throw a fit.
You threw a fit.
If I throw a fit, I'm screaming,
Dude, the Mexican
I'm
food
yelling.
around here looks amazing.
I know.
You can keep going straight on this road. It's like a little Immokalee.
Get me a taco.
To become a scrap metal that guy's got. He's a rich man. He's got enough scrap metal for his whole lifetime. It's like a little Immokalee.
He's gonna start refining it. They're turning, right?
Well, they got the currency on. You'd hope so.
Yeah. A few places out here, like, I've noticed
I'm glad how you've started coming to me for driving suggestions. That's really...
No, I've noticed that, like, they'll have their turn signal on, that they won't turn. So I've, like, said, okay, I'm gonna let you do what you're gonna do before I figure out what I'm
red
doing.
roof on that house. Look at that.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty. No doubt. That's pretty. Piggly wiggly wiggly wig. A chicka 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 chicka. Piggly wiggly wiggly wig. A wiggle wiggle wiggle. A wiggle wiggle wig. A wiggle wiggle wiggle. A wiggle wiggle wig. A wiggle wiggle wiggle. A wiggle wiggle wig. A wiggle, 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 the wiggle, wiggle, wing. We like to wiggle, wiggle, the wiggle, wiggly pig. We like to wiggle, wiggle, the wiggle, wiggly pig. A wiggle, 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 the wiggle, wiggly pig. We like to wiggle, wiggle, the wiggly, wiggly pig. She likes to wiggle, wiggle, her wiggly, wiggly pig. She likes to wiggle, wiggle, the wiggly, wiggly pig. Take a right on Parkingsburg. Right for that church. Right. She likes to wiggle, wiggle, the wiggly, wiggly pig. She likes to wiggle, wiggle, the wiggly, wiggly pig.
I keep trying to find your dad a Piggly Wiggly shirt, but I can't find him the
Not
right
even on
one.
the internet? They don't have it on the internet? There's a lot
They
of them on the
do.
internet.
There is, but I can't find the right size for him. It's either too
Alright,
small
So we gotta get going.
or for women.
Head northeast on Parkersburg.
Which way do I go?
Keep going straight.
Yeah.
A wiggle, 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 the wiggly, wiggly wig.
Yeah.
A wiggle, 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 the wiggly, wiggly pig.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Center Street.
Straight in, stick right. She likes to wiggle, wiggle, the wiggly, wiggly pig. A wiggle, 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 the wiggly, wiggly pig. A wiggle, wiggle, wiggly, the wiggly, wiggly pig. There's a house that burned down. That's never a good sign. You don't know if it burned down on purpose or an accident. She likes to wiggle, wiggle, the wiggly, wiggly pig. A wiggle, 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 the wiggly, wiggly pig. She likes to wiggle, wiggle.
The thing with older mobile homes is they have like older
Turn
wiring,
right onto
and then
Center
they'll
Street,
like.
then
That's a
turn
house.
left onto
That's a
North
house,
Herring
yeah.
Avenue.
Take a right. She likes to wiggle, wiggle, the wiggly, wiggly pig. A wiggle, 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 the wiggly, wiggly pig. She likes to wiggle, wiggle, the wiggly, wiggly pig. I think it's like the Hispanic people out here. They may actually be worse than the whites to us out here, the blacks.
Yeah.
Because they might be like, oh, okay, you're married to a white woman and you got a nice house and we're here living in a trailer picking up.
Turn left onto North
Oh,
Herring Avenue.
Is that an old? Yeah, it is, but it's in bad shape. It looks like our house in Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost.
Every time I see a house like that, it just breaks my heart.
I'm gonna build a house like that.
Gorgeous. Look at how pretty this little property is. You're taking a left.
Thank you.
Gorgeous house. Look at this thing, man. She likes to wiggle, wiggle, her wiggly, wiggly pig. A wiggle, 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 the wiggly,
Continue
wiggly
for
pig.
1.5 miles.
There's a chicken farm, which is probably where most Hispanic people are working. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. Hialeah, Northwest Miami, take me home. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. Northwest Miami, Hialeah, take me home to the place I belong. Hialeah, Northwest Miami. So we could probably buy a house here for like nothing. Look at that, like abandoned looking house. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And I mean, we pretty much keep to ourselves. I mean, we might go to
Well, we
Piggly
learned-
Wiggly once in a while.
We learned that in Alabama.
Yeah. You go to Piggly Wiggly when you need to, and then we travel, and then, yeah.
Country roads. These are sugar plants. This is where most Hispanic people are going to be working.
That one
That's
don't
alright.
smell too bad.
Yeah. I don't know, like you could be a great asset out here in that when we speak English and Spanish,
Yeah.
could make you a great asset. Or the Spanish people could hate you because you're better than them. And you're like it could be like we're like the Spanish people will be worse to us than the whites and the blacks, you know?
How is
gotta-
that person seeing over the steering wheel?
Was it squatted?
No.
They're tiny.
Yeah. It's like I saw this like top of the head like driving toward me.
Yeah, I would love to live in a place like this. And I'd make bank out here, believe me, I'd find ways to make money out here. Country people, although there's a lot of Spanish people, it may not be that competitive of a labor force, which is kind of what we need.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Spanish people, labor might just be like, I'd make it either way, dude. Like, we made it in Alabama, we can make it anywhere.
No, we
If you can make it in
look
Alabama.
at how we're doing right now, though. Like,
Yeah, if you can make it in South Florida and Alabama, like you can master both of those worlds, you're good to go. You figured out life. You'll be taking left at the
stop sign.
stop
In a
sign.
quarter mile, turn left onto US 701 North.
So this area out here is 70% Hispanic. Dude, I would love to live out here. Are these guys Spanish or white? White. Big houses.
Turn left onto US 701 North.
smell of chicken poop is unbearable. This is a chicken poop area. I mean, it's like the worst thing you could ever live near is a chicken plant or a paper mill. Country roads take me home to a place I'll get stoned. Rural America with racism.
Continue on US 701 North for 1.5 miles.
And views that are old. Alright, so now I can GPS Wilmington. Wilmington, Williston. What the hell do I say? Williams. It's Willie. How do you spell Willis?
Wilmington?
Well, yeah. Wilmington. There we go. Wilmington. Okay. I got this. We're an hour away.
Continue on US 701 North for 1 mile.
I love it though. But see how much
Something like that would be what I would want to
Yeah,
live
just
in.
a mobile home out in the middle of the woods. In an area that's not too hateful towards
And then
you.
it has a, we didn't have enough land. That was our problem. We didn't have enough
We
land.
had an acre.
But we had people close to us.
You need an acre where you're surrounded by people that have 10 acres.
Exactly.
Those see those mobile homes and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, if there's a large Latino population, but they're living in mobile homes like that, then that's not really what you want. Because then what tripped out people in Alabama was, okay, we were Spanish, but then we were living better than them,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like it wasn't even that we were Spanish; it's that we're living better than them.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be out here the same. It could be like, if you're poor Spanish, you're good. But if you're Spanish and your house is bigger than theirs and you're making more money than them, then they got a problem with that.
I don't think the Spanish
Quarter
people
mile,
liked us.
slight right onto State Road
No, they
1157.
didn't. Dude, the Spanish people in Alabama were more hostile to us than anybody else, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Because they felt like, oh, you know, you're not living like we're living.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, they were hostile as crap too.
Yeah.
Slight right.
Slight right.
It's a slight right.
Slight right.
Slight
A slight right.
Slight right.
We're gonna go through an area called now Ingold.
Continue on State Road 1157 for 3/4 mile.
Life is complicated, and people are like, "Oh, why do you care about what other people say about you?" It's not like they care about you. It's like they'll make you disappear and then help find you, type of thing.
Yeah.
This is just as beautiful as anything in Alabama.
And then talk about how they miss you.
Yeah, they'll put a "We Miss Jose" T-shirt on, and they're the ones that got rid of you. You understand? It's not that, oh, why do you care about what people think about you? That's not what the problem is. I don't give a crap what you think about me. But if you're trying to make me disappear, and then you're going to be the one leading the search team, then we got a problem. But it's not
In a
like,
quarter mile, turn right onto
people are like,
Edmond
oh,
Mathis Road.
you're worried about what people think about you. It's not what people think about you. It's, they're going to make you disappear, and then the person that did that is going to be the one leading the search team for you. It means you never
And
have to
then they're
found.
going to be crying on TV for you.
Jose was a great asset to our community.
This thing or further ahead?
Up ahead, you're gonna. This road incorporates. They have to yield, but
Turn
don't
right.
count on it. You're gonna take a right-hand turn up ahead.
Okay.
Right there. Oh,
Mathis?
that was it. Okay, but you have to turn around now. That was it.
Continue on Edmond Mathis Road for 2 miles.
Okay, so up ahead is a trailer park.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go in there and pull a turn.
In a half mile, turn
A
left.
tranquil lane. So this community here is like accordingly. See that trailer park up there?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to turn into that trailer park,
Okay.
and then you'll be able to pull like a U-turn there.
Okay.
So just go into that trailer park, and you'll be able to turn around. There's 2 ways in. Don't go to the first one. Go into the second one. Not this one. The next one.
Okay.
Right there. See that little mailbox? Where the mailbox is?
Yeah.
Okay, pull around through there.
Okay.
And you pull a U-turn. I'm sorry, there's kind of a weird. Look how much litter there is on that field.
Head west, then turn left. Turn left onto Violet Lane, then turn left onto Tranquil Lane.
Dang, that was it. Is there a place to turn around? Just keep on straight.
Turn left onto Tranquil
There
Lane.
should be,
Then
looks
turn
like
right
the main
onto
trail
State
is
Road
that one.
1157.
So that swings around.
This swings?
Not that one, the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, they got an ATV, that's pretty cool.
Turn left onto Tranquil
What's up?
Lane. Then
This
turn
is
right
where
onto
the
State
Spanish
Road
people live.
1157.
Yeah. You're good, don't worry.
Head southwest on Tranquil Lane toward Viking Lane.
Yeah, if it's to live like this in a mobile home,
In 800 feet,
No,
turn
that's
right
not-
onto State Road
you know what I'm
1157.
saying? So like the people that live in these mobile homes and they're Spanish, they're not really gonna like, they're not gonna like roll with you living in a.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't understand. They think it's like you're afraid of what people. It's not. Oh, I'm worried about what you think about me. It's deeper than that. If that was the case, I'd still be on. I don't give a crap what you think about me.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to be a missing person case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Turn right onto State Road 1157. In a quarter mile, turn left onto Edmund Mathis Road.
When you kind of figure something out that not like everyone, oh, you can't worry about a lot of things about you. When you kind of figure something out and then you leave because of it, you're actually ahead of the game.
Yeah, you're ahead of the ball.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not gonna let it go that
This
far.
is Sampson County. We're in right now, Sampson County.
Mm-hmm. You're basically saying I'm not gonna let it go that far.
To go left where that car came out.
Yeah, I know.
The thing is, like,
Turn left onto Edmund Mathis Road.
see, it's not perfection that, okay, here's its town, but I don't think the Spanish people are living in these big houses. They're living in, like, the mobile homes, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, it doesn't exactly account to,
Continue on
if
Edmund
you're
Mathis
Spanish
Road
now,
for 2 miles.
and you move in one of these nicer houses, they're going to look at you like, why aren't you in a trailer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of I mean, just because there are Spanish people here doesn't mean it's perfect.
Yeah.
I would love to hear from the locals and how they look at it,
Mm-hmm.
you know? It would be interesting to see what their point of view is. But I like the rural life. I just got tired of dealing with all the
Drama.
drama and all the
Mm-hmm.
uncertainties of your safety that came along with it.
Cows.
Moo! Are they out in the, they're not even, are they fenced in?
Barely.
Barely fenced in.
You had a lot of babies.
Oh, they got a lot of babies for sure, man. You imagine how cool it'd be to be out here with an ATV?
Yeah.
Well, it can't be too bad if they have an ATV outside of a mobile home. I mean, they have it, they're riding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're riding all through here in an ATV.
Yeah. What you gotta buy is like a 10-acre property where you got like 10-acre properties like all by you.
Yeah. And don't even get to know the neighbors on purpose.
Yep.
Talk to them when they try to talk to you. Pretend like you talk Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even get to meet them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of chicken plants out here, so that explains why. Ooh, cattle.
Cattle.
Dog.
A white cow.
Oh, that's cool, man. Oh, snap. He's got that thing jacked up, man. Look at the wheels on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, look at the wheels on that thing. He's got that thing jacked up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, man, he's got that thing jacked up. Similar ETA. I love it. I love rural areas like this, man.
Yeah.
But they're actually farming out here. They're actually trying to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of chicken plants. Like, it might get really stinky. This is gorgeous out here. I love it. I love places like this, man. Like, and the vast majority, like, don't get me wrong, like, the vast majority of people in Alabama
In a
were
quarter
not
mile, turn right onto Morse Bridge Road.
like evil or anything like that. You know, like, the vast majority of people were pretty decent and friendly. But if there's a small, you're taking a right up ahead. Let's see if it's even. No, they're not here. I think on the other side of the house.
Other side of the house or right before?
I love places like this. This is what Kentucky's like. You know?
Turn right.
We gotta go meet your family in Kentucky and see if we can join their clan. It's called Moore's Bridge. We're an hour from Wilmington. You're an hour from Wilmington. Like, you could be out here doing your thing in these woods. You make some money. Boom, straight to Wilmington. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're in Wilmington, hang out by the beach, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is gorgeous out here. We're exactly an hour from Wilmington.
There's a cemetery.
You know, the cemeteries. Haven't seen any rebel flags. Ford, look at that old Chevy truck, man. I love places like this. This doesn't have that creepy Alabama feel to it either.
Yeah.
You know, Alabama, you have that creepy feel.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't feel creepy. There's a plantation here. 6 Runs Plantation. There's a plantation here. You want to see it?
Yeah. Let's go to Wilmington.
You want to see a plantation?
Not really.
It's a hunting preserve now.
Look at that.
Old cabin thing. You gotta live around here, like where you don't have any
Couch.
couches around.
And there's litter.
Not too bad though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a straight up plantation. Alright. So now we're by 6 Runs Plantation. It's gonna be coming up on the left, is 6 Runs Plantation. It's kind of out into the woods. You won't be able to see it yet, but it's kind of there. Not bad at all. More chicken plants in the woods. And I think you're here, but you're an hour from the water, you know? Maybe an hour and 20 minutes from the water. That's not bad. If you drive fast enough, in an hour you're in the water. And this area doesn't get as much snow. They really don't. The snow barely makes it out here. This is gorgeous. And you see all this farming equipment? That stuff's worth millions and millions of dollars.
Yep.
People assume that farmers don't have any money. It's like, okay. How much do you think that little piece of equipment right there is worth? This is nice. And you know what I noticed too in Alabama? That farmers were usually pretty good.
Yeah.
The ones that were bad were the hillbillies. But the farmers were some pretty cool people for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, I like the farmers on the other thing.
Yeah.
The farmers are pretty cool in the rural areas. It's the hillbillies you don't want to be near. Farmers have a tractor. Those people are cool. Hillbillies have a crack pipe. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Big difference between the two there. Lots of junk out here. Look at how much equipment, man. They're farming for real out here. Nice little fire pit. There's some tampons in it. Nothing like a burnt tampon smell. Sweet home Alabama.
No, it actually looks like they have septic tanks here. Newer ones,
There's
too.
a chicken plant up ahead, so just be prepared.
Yeah.
There's you're gonna drive between 2 chicken plants, so maybe it's not the time of year that where it stinks. New mobile homes going in.
Yeah.
That means people want to live out here, or there's a reason to be out here.
Yeah.
They got the Mexico flag.
And they live in a nice place.
Yeah, man, they got a Mexican flag out front.
Mm-hmm.
And I waved at him way back.
Turn left onto North Carolina 903 Northwest Magnolia Lisbon Road.
Hmm?
I waved at him and he waved at
No,
me. I waved back.
GPS.
To the left.
Here?
Mhm.
Okay.
So this is a Hispanic rural area. That's pretty cool, man.
Turn
Yeah.
left onto North Carolina 903
And it looks like you can live in a nice place here.
And these are hardworking people. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
let's just be clear. Like, if you're willing to work at a chicken plant to care for your family, if you're willing to live in a chicken plant to care for your family, that is respectable.
Continue on North Carolina 903 North for 4 miles.
Did you know how many people in this country just sit there and leech off the government, throw their lives away? You know, I like this area a lot. I think after we hit up Wilmington, we'll head back over here and spend another day in the area and really get to explore this area.
Okay.
And you may not see them, but all throughout these woods there's chicken plants.
Yeah.
The smell here has to be unbearable in the summer. They say you get used to it though. We got used to the paper mill in Alabama.
Yeah.
At first we were like disgusting, and after a while we got used to it. This is gorgeous. Imagine riding your ATV through here.
Yep.
It's a shame they made squatting your truck illegal.
Yeah.
That's really the real downside of this state. You can't squat your truck. That's kind of dumb. That you can't do that.
Yeah.
Like if you just, I think if you had a squatted truck and you just kept in these backwoods out here and just didn't go to the big cities, you'd be all right.
Yeah.
Gorgeous pine trees, huh? Beautiful countryside. Next town you're gonna go to is called Delway. When you get to 421, you take a right. And that pretty much is like a major road that heads into Wilmington.
Okay.
In fact, yeah, it takes you straight into Wilmington. So take a right when you get to the 421.
How far ahead is that?
A little bit.
Okay.
It's a nice major intersection.
Continue on North Carolina 903 North for 3 miles.
3 miles ahead. Gorgeous countryside. The other thing about Hispanic communities is they're not from here, so they came from somewhere else. For an area to attract people from other places, there has to be something that brings them here. Usually work, you know? Like, you don't just end up in a place that has nothing to offer. 50% white, 20% B, 31% H. So this town we're coming into is still 31%. This area we're coming into is still 31%.
This isn't it. I gotta keep going, right?
Yeah. Mhm. But check this out. The per capita income here is 11,000. Pretty bad, man. I mean, that's about as poor gets. All right, guys. No, I'm not gonna touch anything.
You're gonna
I
keep
see.
filming?
Yeah, we're gonna keep filming. I
Okay.
want to record this time we're gonna go through. Hopefully he stops trying to call.
Okay. Call him on my phone. It was
Yeah. I don't, do you have his number? What do you have it under?
BIL.
What's that stand for?
Brother-in-law.
You're so dumb. I thought it was David Bill. lo que hay? ¿Cómo? Trabajando, grabando. Todas las Carolinas. Ajá. ¿Qué es lo que hay? Ajá. ¿Ya se me hasta las maticas? Quedó bueno. ¿Tú crees que sobrevivan? ¿Tú crees que